So the first map that we're going to take a look at today is Coastline, which is my personal favorite map because it has the highest rate of return out of any map in the game at the Plat level,
5 seconds left.
while also keeping things simple and straightforward because typical gold peaks like the
Bomb
hookah
locations are
window,
secure.
they won't really work that much in ranked. And so the first spawn peak that we're going to look at, because we spawned right next to it, is
If you remain in
this
zone,
spawn
you
peak
will
right
be
here.
detected by
You're gonna be
Location
detected
has
for
been
this, although you
compromised.
can't see it on screen, and you wanna aim right there. It's a nice little pixel peak. You're gonna want an ACOG for this. Nobody ever challenges it. Nobody will ever try and kill you. If you end up not getting detected and people don't go this way, then you could also peek out this way and kill people from that spawn. Or alternatively, you can kill people trying to vault up there.
Now, you have been spotted.
And now we're going to go over to Sunrise Bar, which is where actually the majority of our peaks are going to be. And so, when I'm peeking Sunrise in a ranked match, what I like to do is I like to run over to this barricade, tear it down right as the round starts. And you want to do that because right as the round starts, attackers are getting kicked off of their drones, which means that they can't see you tearing this down if they have a drone outside of the building looking at that doorway. So you want to tear it down, wait 3 seconds into the round, and then do a wide peek and pre-fire that corner right there, which is where the attackers are going to be coming out of. And I'll show you a clip on screen that you can see right now, me doing that.
Bomb located by Op 4. Now, you have been spotted by hostiles. Fall back.
But after you do that, you want to prone right here. And this is whether you get a kill or not, whether you get detected or not. You want to prone right here because the spawn is
You have been spotted by
back
hostiles.
there.
Fall back.
And so enemies are either going to come along here to the right, in which you'll kill them, or they'll come up this staircase, full sprinting, not even aiming at this doorway, because admittedly it's a bit of a bot move to just sit here and prone, but it works all the time. So they're either going to go right, or they're going to go up this staircase, in which you'll kill them, or they're going to go back around and they're going to go up this staircase. You can peek enemies if you want to. I wouldn't really recommend doing it because more often than not, the enemies that do that are already going to be pre-aiming you, and they're the smarter players that you don't really want to mess with. But you can also peek out this way if, for instance, you don't get detected and you hear footsteps. Enemies are going to come from right there or on your left.
If you remain in this area.
And the last pool peek that I would recommend doing is you can sprint straight out here, vault on top of here, and pre-fire people that are going to be sprinting towards you. They're not going to have their guns out, and you won't be detected, so they won't pre-aim you. And the last thing that you can do from over here is you can do a wide peek over here. You can pre-fire people trying to rappel up on top of this balcony. Do a wide swing on them if you want to.
You will be detected if
It's relatively safe. You're never really going to die from over there unless you overextend yourself a lot. Next peaks that we're going to be doing are over at the service entrance. And this first peak I really like to do if you've already done the spool pond peak over at Sunrise, because what happens is
in this area.
they're going to spawn over at pool, and sometimes you're going to get people that think you're going to do it again, so they're going to spawn there again so that they can challenge you. And so right when the round starts, you want to run out here, hopefully with an ACOG, and start pre-firing them that way.
Op 4 has failed to find the biohazard container. You have entered the controlled area. Leave now.
You want to be careful about this ledge right here, because if you overextend on this ledge, you'll see that you might be losing sight of their head, which isn't good. Another spawn peek that I like to do, which is really cheeky and, kind of dumb, but it works, is just sit here in the doorway and wait and listen. And, if they come around on this side, more often than not, they're going to be pre-aiming the front door, in which case, you just kill them. They're not even looking at you. Alternatively, if they come around this way, you just kill them, and more often than not, they're more worried about runouts from there, or if they go wide enough, that window. And the last thing that you can do, although it takes a lot of skill and a lot of practice to pull off, is you run out here and you pre-fire through that wood, and that's killing the people that are spawning over there. And that's most of the spawn peaks on this map. I'll show you a couple more. So one of the next spawn peaks I like to do on this map is, I don't really like to do it too often because even though it has the lowest risk, it also has relatively the lowest reward, and that is right here. You're just aiming down there at the bottom because you're going to see their feet way before they see you. So if anybody comes this way, then they're pretty much dead because they can't react. But another one or two that you can actually do on the ruin spawn is you want to get up on top of this crate, and sometimes it'll take a little bit of practice, but you want to get to the back where you can stand up, but to where you're not sliding off. And if you're able to perfect it, right there is a perfect head pixel peek when they're coming out, which is really easy to do. And I like doing that a lot because nobody ever really expects it, because more often than not, people are trying to peek out of this doorway, wide swinging, which you can also do. And the last spawn peek that I ever do, although admittedly only ever against bad opponents because high golds plus will pretty much always be on the lookout for this. But you can kill people right as they're trying to vault up or go through here. You know, it's one of those spawn peeks that's so dumb that you have to be brain dead to do, which is exactly why it works against skilled players sometimes. But that's pretty much all the spawn peeks that I would recommend doing for Coastline. If you liked the video, you learned something new, make sure to hit the subscribe button or drop a like. Maybe leave a comment on, a spawn peek that you wish I'd have covered that you think is really good on this map. Alternatively, if you didn't like the video, let me know why. Maybe something I can do to improve future videos, and, that's pretty much it. Thanks.